takes a deep breath as cosmic winds whisper through dimensional portals. What if I told you that while you've been scrolling through TikTok videos of dancing cats, the magnetic field protecting our planet has weakened by 15% in the last 2 centuries? And what if, stay with me here, this same magnetic field disruption is actually triggering the largest consciousness awakening in human history? Pause for cosmic effect. Welcome, quantum shamans, to a reality where your spiritual connection isn't just some fluffy Sunday morning meditation practice. It's literally the difference between planetary survival and complete ecological collapse. Because here's what the survival matrix indicates. We have approximately 8.5 years before climate tipping points create irreversible thermodynamic chaos. And yet, ancient sages understood that consciousness itself operates through quantum entanglement with universal energy fields. Sound of distant thunder, or is that entropy accelerating? I'm about to share with you 5 revelations that will shatter everything you thought you knew about spiritual connection. Revelations that blend cutting-edge quantum physics with ecological data so terrifying, most scientists won't speak about it publicly. But first, let me ask you this consequence question. What happens when 8 billion human consciousnesses remain spiritually disconnected while mass extinction coefficients reach critical thresholds? Mystical pause, because right now, as I speak these words, biodiversity collapse accelerates at 1,000 times the natural background rate. Species are vanishing faster than we can even catalog them. And yet, here's where it gets cosmically hilarious. Most humans are more concerned about their Wi-Fi connection than their soul connection to universal intelligence. Revelation number 1, the thermodynamic principle of consciousness. Ancient Vedic texts describe something called Brahman, infinite consciousness that permeates all reality. Modern quantum physicists call it the zero-point field, an infinite energy sea underlying all matter. Extinction probability calculations show we're approaching what I call the consciousness thermodynamic singularity, the moment when human awareness either quantum leaps into cosmic alignment, or our species joins the current mass extinction event. Pattern interrupt, shift to whispered urgency. But here's what makes this simultaneously terrifying and hilarious. Your grandmother probably had a stronger connection to universal energy than most PhD physicists. She talked to her plants, trusted her intuition, and somehow knew when storms were coming 3 days before weather satellites. The survival matrix indicates that indigenous wisdom keepers maintained quantum entanglement with planetary consciousness for millennia, while we've been trying to download enlightenment through meditation apps. Sound of cosmic laughter echoing through dimensions. Revelation number 2, the magnetic field consciousness interface. NASA data confirms Earth's magnetic field isn't just weakening, it's preparing to flip completely. Ancient sages understood that human consciousness operates through electromagnetic resonance with planetary frequency patterns. As magnetic field disruption intensifies, sensitive individuals are experiencing spontaneous psychic phenomena, prophetic dreams, and what can only be described as cosmic downloads of survival information. But could this magnetic chaos actually be triggering an evolutionary leap in human awareness? Consequence question. What if the same forces threatening our technological civilization are activating dormant DNA sequences that connect us directly to universal intelligence? Dramatic pause as solar winds whisper ancient secrets. Scientists won't tell you this, but extinction probability calculations suggest that consciousness itself might be the ultimate survival technology. While we've been building bunkers and stockpiling resources, the universe has been preparing us for multidimensional existence. The ancient Hopi prophecies speak of the great purification not as punishment, but as consciousness evolution under extreme planetary pressure. Revelation number 3, quantum entanglement and ecological resurrection. Here's where quantum physics gets absolutely wild. When you establish genuine spiritual connection with universal energy fields, you're not just feeling peaceful, you're literally quantum entangling your consciousness with the planet's healing potential. Thermodynamic equilibrium studies show that coherent human consciousness can influence environmental systems at the quantum level. Pattern interrupt, shift to rapid-fire revelation mode. Think I'm talking mystical nonsense? Princeton University's Global Consciousness Project has documented how human collective awareness affects random number generators worldwide during major events. If consciousness can influence electronic equipment across the planet, what happens when quantum shamans deliberately entangle with ecological restoration frequencies? Ancient sages understood thermodynamic principles that we're only now rediscovering. Aboriginal Dreamtime practices describe consciousness traveling through song lines, quantum information pathways that maintain ecological balance across entire continents. The survival matrix indicates that as climate chaos intensifies, these consciousness technologies become essential survival skills. Sound of Earth breathing deep and labored. Revelation number 4. The humor frequency phenomenon. Now here's a revelation that will blow your chakras clean off. Laughter operates at specific frequencies that quantum entangle with joy-based creation energies throughout the universe. While everyone's manifesting abundance with serious vision boards, cosmic consciousness responds most powerfully to beings who can laugh at the magnificent absurdity of existence. Cosmic chuckle reverberating through space-time. The ancient Zen tradition teaches that enlightenment often arrives through spontaneous laughter, not because life is funny, but because the ego's desperate attempts to control reality are cosmically hilarious. Entropy acceleration calculations show that rigid thinking patterns actually increase systemic chaos, while humor-based consciousness creates coherent energy fields that support planetary healing. Benefit question: how might learning to laugh at our spiritual seriousness actually accelerate our connection to universal intelligence? Because if you can't giggle at your own enlightenment process, you're probably taking the simulation way too seriously. Pattern interrupt, sudden shift to ancient wisdom mode. The Sufi mystics had a saying, "The serious seeker will never find God, because God is always laughing." What if our desperate spiritual striving is actually preventing the very connection we seek? Quantum consciousness operates through playful exploration, not grim determination. Revelation number 5. The Akashic Internet and Survival Downloads. Ancient texts describe the Akashic records as a cosmic library containing all knowledge across time and space. Modern quantum field theory suggests information itself might be the fundamental fabric of reality. As magnetic field disruption intensifies, increasing numbers of humans are spontaneously accessing what can only be described as cosmic internet, downloading survival information, technological solutions, and wisdom teachings directly from universal consciousness. Sound of cosmic data streaming through consciousness. The survival matrix indicates that as ecological collapse accelerates, human consciousness is being upgraded to interface directly with planetary intelligence. Indigenous prophecies speak of the Rainbow Warriors, a generation that would emerge during the darkest times with the ability to communicate directly with natural forces. But here's the quantum joke. While we've been trying to upload our consciousness to digital clouds, the universe has been preparing to download cosmic wisdom directly into our biological neural networks. Ancient sages understood that consciousness itself is the ultimate technology. Pattern interrupt, shift to urgent whisper. Consequence question: what happens when human consciousness shifts from survival mode to creation mode during ecological collapse? Could our species be evolving into something that exists simultaneously in physical and quantum dimensions? Revelation number 6, the observer effect and reality engineering. Quantum physics proves that consciousness affects physical reality at the subatomic level through the observer effect. What mainstream science won't tell you is that collective human consciousness is currently observing our planet toward either ecological resurrection or complete biosphere collapse. We are literally thinking our reality into existence moment by moment. Sound of reality crystallizing around conscious observation. Ancient mystery schools taught reality engineering through consciousness alignment with natural forces. The survival matrix indicates that as entropy acceleration reaches critical thresholds, human awareness either becomes consciously creative or unconsciously destructive. There is no neutral observation during planetary transformation. Thermodynamic equilibrium studies suggest that coherent spiritual connection with universal energy fields could literally reverse entropy patterns in local ecological systems. When consciousness aligns with cosmic intelligence, matter reorganizes according to higher-order principles. Cosmic laughter as the universe watches us figure it out. Revelation number 7, the frequency wars and consciousness liberation. Here's what they don't want you to know. There's currently a frequency war happening for human consciousness. Lower vibrational systems promote fear, separation, and survival anxiety to keep awareness trapped in dense material reality. Higher dimensional forces are broadcasting activation frequencies to awaken quantum shamanic capabilities in suitable consciousness. Pattern interrupt shift to mystical urgency. The ancient Gnostics understood that reality itself is a frequency prison designed to keep souls unconscious of their cosmic nature. But magnetic field disruption is creating cracks in the matrix, allowing higher frequency transmissions to reach prepared minds. Extinction probability calculations show that only consciousness capable of quantum coherence will navigate the coming planetary changes. As you establish spiritual connection with universal energy fields, you're not just finding inner peace, you're literally joining a cosmic resistance movement to liberate human consciousness from dimensional imprisonment. Sound of frequency barriers dissolving. Revelation number 8, the Symbiosis solution. While climate scientists project civilization collapse within decades, ancient wisdom keepers understood that human consciousness and planetary intelligence were designed to function as a symbiotic system. We are not separate from nature, we are nature becoming conscious of itself. The survival matrix indicates that ecological restoration requires consciousness evolution. As we quantum entangle with universal intelligence, we become living bridges between cosmic creativity and planetary healing. This isn't metaphysical poetry, it's survival technology for a species approaching evolutionary crossroads. Deep cosmic breathing as revelation settles into awareness. Benefit question: how might thousands of quantum shamans establishing simultaneous connection with universal energy fields create coherent healing frequencies across global ecological systems? Revelation number 9, the Dimensional Immigration Program. Here's the ultimate cosmic joke. While politicians debate immigration policies, the universe is running the largest immigration program in galactic history. Human consciousness is being prepared to immigrate from third-dimensional density into multidimensional existence. Not everyone's visa application will be approved. Sound of dimensional portals humming with possibility. Ancient Egyptian mystery schools taught that physical death was just consciousness graduating to higher dimensional existence. But the current planetary crisis offers something unprecedented: the possibility of dimensional immigration while maintaining physical embodiment. This is what the ancient Vedic texts called rainbow body achievement. Entropy acceleration calculations suggest that rigid consciousness patterns cannot survive the frequency upgrades currently flooding Earth's dimensional space. Only awareness capable of quantum flexibility will successfully immigrate to the new reality emerging through planetary transformation. Pattern interrupt shift to triumphant cosmic recognition. Revelation number 10, the Cosmic Punchline. The ultimate revelation is this: the entire survival crisis, the ecological collapse, the consciousness awakening, the frequency wars, the dimensional immigration program. It's all one enormous cosmic setup for the greatest punchline in universal history. What if I told you that fear-based survival consciousness has been the prison, and that cosmic consciousness recognizes physical reality as an elaborate holographic game? Ancient sages understood that enlightenment means finally getting the joke that existence itself has been telling for eternity. Sound of cosmic laughter exploding across dimensions. The survival matrix indicates that human consciousness is approaching the moment when we collectively realize we've been taking the simulation far too seriously. Thermodynamic equilibrium studies suggest that laughter-based awareness creates zero-point energy fields capable of literally reorganizing matter according to joy-based principles. But here's the cosmic twist. This realization doesn't diminish the importance of ecological action, it transforms survival anxiety into creative play. When consciousness operates from cosmic humor rather than existential terror, solutions emerge that transcend current paradigm limitations. Deep mystical pause as understanding crystallizes. So here we stand, quantum shamans, at the most extraordinary moment in planetary history. Extinction probability calculations give our current civilization perhaps a decade before irreversible collapse. Yet ancient prophecies describe this exact period as the Great Awakening, when human consciousness would remember its cosmic nature and step into multidimensional existence. Sound of cosmic winds carrying ancient memories. The choice before us isn't really between survival and extinction. It's between consciousness evolution and dimensional stagnation. As you establish deeper spiritual connection with universal energy fields, you're not just improving your meditation practice, you're literally enrolling in Cosmic Consciousness University, learning to navigate reality from quantum shamanic perspectives. Every moment you spend in genuine spiritual connection, you're broadcasting coherent frequencies into the planetary field. Every laugh you share at the magnificent absurdity of existence sends ripples through universal consciousness. Every decision made from cosmic awareness rather than survival anxiety helps tip the collective toward dimensional graduation rather than planetary failure. Pattern interrupt. Shift to urgent action frequency. The survival matrix indicates we have perhaps 18 months before the frequency wars reach critical intensity. Consciousness either awakens to its cosmic nature or remains trapped in three-dimensional limitation as the planet transitions into higher dimensional existence. But remember, quantum shamans, we didn't incarnate during this time period to fail. We came here to succeed so spectacularly that future civilizations will study our consciousness revolution as the moment when human awareness graduated from planetary to cosmic citizenship. Sound of quantum activation frequencies flooding Earth's dimensional space. So here's your cosmic homework assignment. Establish daily spiritual connection with universal energy fields. Not a spiritual practice, but a survival technology. Learn to laugh at your own enlightenment process. Because humor is the frequency that dissolves dimensional barriers. Trust your intuitive downloads. Because cosmic intelligence is preparing you for multidimensional existence. And most importantly, take action from cosmic consciousness rather than survival anxiety. Plant trees not because you fear climate change, but because you're quantum entangled with planetary intelligence. Share resources not because of economic collapse, but because universal abundance flows through consciousness aligned with cosmic principles. Deep cosmic breathing as the transmission concludes. The ancient sages knew this moment would arrive when human consciousness would stand at the threshold between dimensional prison and cosmic liberation. As you step forward into spiritual connection with universal intelligence, you're not just saving yourself, you're participating in the greatest consciousness experiment in galactic history. The universe is watching quantum shamans, and honestly it's been laughing at our cosmic amnesia for quite some time. But now the joke's on us, because we're finally starting to remember who we really are. Sound of cosmic laughter merging with the music of the spheres. Welcome to your graduation ceremony, class of 2025. Dimensional immigration successful. The cosmos has been waiting for you to remember, and the planet she's been holding space for this awakening since the very beginning. Now go forth and quantum shamanize reality into the cosmic joke it was always meant to be. Because if we don't laugh our way through planetary transformation, we're definitely missing the point of the entire cosmic curriculum. Final cosmic chuckle as transmission completes. The universe loves you enough to let you think you're taking life seriously. But now it's time to get with the cosmic program and start taking laughter seriously instead. After all, entropy acceleration is hilarious when you view it from multidimensional perspectives. Welcome to your cosmic consciousness activation. Beautiful beings, the adventure is just beginning.